To recognize the fragility of our own free will, we have to examine the 13 foundational experiments that exposed the specific loopholes in our psychology. The first loophole is found in our physical reflexes. In the early 20th century, Ivan Pavlov demonstrated classical conditioning, a process where a neutral stimulus becomes associated with a stimulus that already triggers a response. Pavlov paired the sound of a bell with the delivery of food. Eventually, the dogs learned to salivate at the sound of the bell alone. He proved that an involuntary physical reaction can be programmed by an outside trigger. This conditioning also applies to complex behaviors. In 1961, Albert Bandura tested how children learn aggression through his Bobo doll experiment. Bandura showed that children who observed an adult model acting aggressively toward an inflatable doll would later imitate those exact actions. They didn't need a reward or a prompt. They absorbed the behavior purely through observational learning. Even our willpower is subject to environmental drain. In the marshmallow test, Walter Mischel found that self-control is a finite resource. Later research showed that cognitive effort and resisting temptation draw from a shared pool of mental energy, a phenomenon known as ego depletion. If our reflexes can be programmed, our aggression modeled, and our willpower exhausted, the foundation of our autonomy is structurally vulnerable to external influence. Our personal history is equally insecure. Elizabeth Loftus's Lost in the Mall study explored how easily we can be convinced of things that never happened. By using suggestion and fabricated details, Loftus successfully implanted entirely false memories of being lost in a shopping mall into her subjects' minds. She proved that our internal record of the past can be overwritten. Today, this process is managed by algorithms. In a massive social media study, altering a user's newsfeed to be more positive or negative changed that user's own emotional posting behavior, a digital contagion that happens without the user's awareness. This vulnerability extends to how we perceive sanity itself. In the Rosenhan experiment, healthy individuals were admitted to psychiatric hospitals and then acted normally. Because they were labeled insane, staff misinterpreted their ordinary behavior as symptoms of mental illness. When outside forces can dictate our memories, our moods, and our perceived sanity, our internal reality is no longer a private, secure domain.